Gets it out to Gary Leck, but he was well wrapped up. Normally a try on that move. Out it comes. Gary Leck plays it back. Gets it out this way. Ricky Flavel had the ball reaped out from him. There's no call that held the ball, but he goes and grabs the fella over the line, pushes him over the line, held up in goal, and drop out. That was good work from the Marist forwards there. Ricky Flavel unfortunately lost the ball, but however, he made up for it by going up and pressurising the Northcote defender. And in the meantime, former Marist Weston player Mason Fisher is in the old chili bin, cooling off. There's Darky Carp here, takes it, safe as a church, calling for support. Decides to go on his own, runs into a rocket Gibraltar, Shane Hansen, and copped a good one there too, but lost his headgear, but he'll get up and play it first, grab his headgear, and probably lost a leg as well, almost. He's looking pretty sick, and the referee calls for Tony Wilmot to call out and take the play. He's copped a big, hard tackle there by two-man tackle, one Shane Hansen, another former Marist player from Auckland. But now Marist intense, here they go. Oh, geez, the tackle goes over the top, but back goes a little flick, and Wilmot, he's still going. And he's retrieved that. He wasn't there to take the pass. It wasn't a very good pass anyhow. Back it comes through Leck now. On to Waldemar. He gets it back into Rick Flavel. They're looking much better now. Out it comes again. Jason Diggs on to Pete de Goldie. Pete de Goldie looking for support.
Don't waste the tackles.
Already used up their two replacement, but here they go. Pete de Goldie gets it out to Jason Diggs. He tries to get it away to, picked up by Lee Nelson. He gets it out but the kick's too deep. Bad luck there, but real pressure on Northcote here from Darky Carpia. Back on the middle of the paddock. Doesn't look very happy, but they've used up their two replacements already. But Darky grabs his headgear, says, "I'm all right, mate," and he'll be right. He's as tough as old boots. And Northcote have got the ball again, but Ricky Flavel in there with a telling tackle and puts him to the ground. That's what we like. Northcote, they get the ball out. Marty Krieger coming through at 50 miles an hour there, but Northcote still got the ball. Out she comes. Calvin Remy in there, underneath the tackle. Right through the gap there, and they've got the numbers. And that was forward. Well, the summer in the first half went further forward than that and never got stopped, so we're probably lucky that he pulled that one up. It was marginal. Well, the call's gone out for Chalky. Should be on the sideline warming up. You can't afford to have reserves having an afternoon tea when they're waiting for a replacement. Takes too long. Want to be on the sideline when you see a player down. Chalky Kennedy, they call him, Christy name. Comes on, that's Marist using up their two replacements, and at the same time his former club mate Mason Fisher, having served a 5-minute spell in the sin bin, goes back to report to Roger Brott. Roger Brott escorting him back out there in case he gets lost.
Was it the double figure?
Yes. Well, a pretty loud call there. Lee Nelson giving him a dirty look. Up there again. The ball goes in the scrum, and if he watches some of the Aussie Rugby League, he'll see if it goes in the channel, that's it. Get the game on the way. That's what we paid $7. Only supposed to be $6 according to the paper. Well, a bit tough on halfbacks here. I'm still doubtful about this rule they work. This one they work here. If that's not a half-pied shepherd, I'll stand whatever the word is that goes after stand. But Marist have the ball. They've got the. Then none of them inside. All outside. Inside the 5. And no rulers in Wellington. Only the government. apparently hasn't got the new rule book with the 5 metres in. Oh, a hard hit on David Reed, but he can take that. No, it's not. That was Chris Kennedy. And Gary Leck having a go. Still 24-2. A big kick in by Tony Wildermuth. Krieger leaves it to his mate. And again, the referee comes in, and Chalky Kennedy, because he's a member of the committee, thought he had the authority to question it. And another 10 metres for that problem. Well, the only thing we can say is a North Island referee. And Shane Hanson just run right through them there, and plenty of support. He had Tony Tuamavavi and Jason Lowry, a 1984 schoolboy Kiwi, and also a junior Kiwi after that. Dots are down. For Northcote, number 14 comes on to replace Paddy Tuamavavi. And the try scorer for Northcote was Jason Lowry, and the conversion again to Marty Krieger. And just a reminder that Jim Stokes says when you're playing any Auckland sides, take the man with the ball and watch the man that doubles around. And that's a tip from Jack Mates from the Cobden Hotel. So we might get him out to our next training. Looked after the Marist boys last weekend over there, I hear. Would have loved to have been over there too. Well, it's going 24 minutes in the second half. It's taken them to score points, so the Marist endeavours has been tightened up in the second half, no doubt, and they must have got a good team, or good talking to from Gerard Stokes, the coach. But here you are now, the defence is tighting out. Calvin Remy and Tony Wildermuth not looking too good. Wildermuth looking pretty sick. Tony Wildermuth not looking too well. And here we go with the numbers there again, and the in pass there for the number 3. Beautiful football. Sean Hoppy into Robert Mormoy, and great try, but looking pretty sick. Looking pretty sick at this stage is the Marist Weston skipper, Tony Wildermuth. He fell down twice getting up from that tackle. Might be a wee bit dazed. Krieger moves in, hits it nicely, right down the middle. Another 6-pointer. Well, Mark Rogers it is to kick off. And he's a left footer too, but he's in the right team for a left footer. Right down under the goal line. Northcote bring it up, taking in the tackle of Chris Kennedy and Rick Flavel. Mason Fisher. He slipped in the tackle, but well wrapped up. And Lee Nelson, he must be down to Mark Fisher today, because he's got him just about every time he looked dangerous. It was Lee Nelson there to pick him up. Tony Wildermuth's moved out here onto the wing, so obviously that hard knock he's got has had a bit of an effect. And here they come. They're spinning the ball pretty quickly through here now. And their big number 8, Mike Tomata. Now they come. Northcote swinging it again. They decide to take the kick for goal. Tick for the sideline, and it's bounced out. Didn't gain much yardage, but however. And the score now 36-2. And we hear that Wainui Amata is leading Taha Kiwi from Northland by 10-0. in that other match played in Wellington, was taking a double hitter, and Dev O'Sullivan finally found, not inside the 5, but the double round. Crossing over. Play Shepherd. And stand-in kicker is a good boot on him too, is Chops Rogers. Marist Weston, Diggsy up to David Reid. David Reid, he put down in a heavy tackle. Got a tip in the ear with it too.
Tony!
It wasn't red light there.
Tony doesn't know. I think Tony's going back in there from memory. Tony Waldemar got a heavy knock. Made a tackle there before. Now knows what happens when you get them. Here's Colin Remy looking for support. He gets Gary Lake there, but Gary was caught flat-footed, unfortunately. Very unusual for him. He has to place it back through Jason Diggs. On to Lee Nelson. Lee Nelson puts a high kick up. He could be good here. And Peter Goldie's up there. Good work from Rick Flavel up there. Pressurised the Northcote defence. Chalky Kendy's got his eye on the goal line. He said, I've never scored a try in a Lion Red National before. Could be my try today. Here, it's coming back there, and they've reached back to David Reid. And they're getting close, but another throw of a punch there from Mason Fisher. But he's already had a spell in the sin bin. He won't get another one. Oh, will he? Anyhow, Lee Nelson gets it again. Tries to go through, but the fence is them. David Reid there in support. He gets up. Get off him, they said. Out it comes this time to Chalky Kendi. Gets a long pass out to Chops Rogers. Chops Rogers puts a little kick through, and here's the jugger going to it 1,000,000 miles an hour. And he dropped the ball, yes. Oh, no, he said knock on. Brilliant play there. Good work from Mark Rogers. A nice little depth kick through in behind the Northcote line, and McElroy was coming through with a bandage around his head. He was going through at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and he was there, but just didn't quite pick it up. A chance there. And Marty Krieger immediately comes back. But McElroy was underneath him, stopped him initially, and Lee Nelson again around the top to complete the tackle. Out she comes this time, and they're gone and swing it wide. Out to the right. They'll put a nice pass back, but Mark Rogers has got it. Mark Rogers has got it, and they don't. Well done, Mark Rogers. Let off him, get off him, they're saying, and they chop his head. He'll get one in the chops. You keep this up, mate. And a scream for the get them back to 5 metres. There's still Mason Fisher, still not behind the referee, but he goes in and makes the tackle. Well, no, he didn't. Mason Fisher was second one over the top then, and he was well inside the 5 metres. Well, a bit of a jiggle there from Mick Flavel, and he's put a little kick in behind the line again. A knock on there by Marty Krieger. And he's clearing it, no doubt about that. That was a knock on, but some more invigorating play from Marist Weston. Oh, Marist here looking at Calvin Reamy. Calvin Reamy going on his own. He's well wrapped up. He gets back and plays it back to Tony Waldemar. The ball's anywhere, but Marist has still got it, and it went back. The referee's on the ball there. Jason Diggs to Lee Nelson. On to Gary Leck. The bulldozer. Recon, they call him. Out he comes through. Peter Goldie, it's a long pass out to Mike House. Mike House can't get his pass away, well wrapped up. He gets up and plays it back to Chalky Kennedy, onto Lee Nelson. Lee Nelson out to Peter Goldie. Peter Goldie had a little flick. Philip Waldem off there with him. He's getting up. No one's looking where the ball is. You've got to get your eye on that ball, boys. Could be back to one, or... No, last tackle he called. Bit of confusion there amongst the Marist camp. Jason has an inclination to turn around and look to see where his support is, and quite often that ball gets played quickly to him. You have to keep an eye on that in the future. Back it comes. Northcote. Get the ball out. Shane Hansen gets it back into his corner. It goes over the top here. So the knock on. From Marist Weston in the second half. We have the progress score Wainui Mata over Tarkiwai 10-0. We haven't heard one since. Hutt won their game by 40-14 over Western Suburbs from Taranaki. Calvin Remy gets the ball through to Mike House into the line. Mike House still going. Finally brought to the ground. Gets back, plays it up to Calvin Remy. Calvin Remy goes on his own, gets a pass out to Mike House again. Mike House. Up in the line, doing his share of the donkey work. Out to Lee Nelson there, shows the ball to his opposite. Turns back inside again, gives it the little flip. He gets picked up. Didn't quite make the ground though this time. Jason Diggs gets up, plays it back to Lee Nelson. Lee Nelson puts it on the ground. A little bit of a move there, it didn't work. And he's going to have a yarn to Lee Nelson now. Now that's a planned move of theirs. They drop the ball on the ground, they continue, and they come through. But once again, he'd have to be out of his tree. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It was I don't know where he got that one from. That won't be shown up on the video. That's a planned move. You drop the ball. The Northcote jugger objected to it. Hard to follow.
Now the player of the match has been decided for the red award, and it goes to Northcote's number 1, Marty Creeper.
Well, Marty Creeker got the Player of the Match award. Would certainly have to go to a Northcote player, and well, he's kicked all the goals. He's been and he's done. And I still watch this move here. I got my doubts about this one. Look at it, and Northcote away again. Mike House tightened him up, and he comes in. And he's round the ankles. But Chalky Kendi back there to pick up the loose ball. Plays down a man on a roving commission there. Chalky gets the ball. Here's Gary Leck. Oh, and he's finally got it. Well, there'll be a bit of applause for this decision. He's finally now. How long have we gone in the second half now? We've been going 36 minutes in the second half and the 40 in the third. Only took him 76 minutes to pick that infringement up. Peter Goldie. There's Ricky Flavel. Ricky gets a long pass up, taken up by Mark Rogers. He looks to pass it, but they've got a great way of taking their man back on the inside. And they're all inside the 5 here again. And he's forgotten that rule already, and it's only 25 seconds since he used it. Must have turned the page over. Jason Diggs, nowhere to go through there.
Give him a better bloody space.
Give him 5 metres, they're calling. They're all in front of them. There's 3 of them, 4 of them. Well, I don't know.
Bill, tell me please have back to the club room that they're anticipating the invitation of it.
Well, I'm not too sure.
Those who please send back to the club room, not up there today. Too soon.
I'm not too sure. And they reckon all the rulers are in Wellington. You can't measure things so. You mightn't have changed over to decimal currency yet. Well, here's the advantage getting played here. And Mike House can't make any headway. Mason Fisher wraps him up. Out he comes. Tony Wildermull. Oh, and then goes Mason Fisher and a couple in there. Yeah, David Reid copped a couple then, but he's a policeman. He might charge him with assault. Don't think so. There it is, number 2 coming in there with his head all bandaged, young Rick McElroy. Oh, Chalky. Grandad, they call him. And he gets up. Coaches the senior reserve side. Doesn't like Douglas hanging on to him. Let him know so. Oh, and Ricky Flavel tried that. All is not lost. Rick gets a bit unlucky. He's tried that a couple of times. It's nearly come off. McElroy now moved into scrum half. With Lee Nelson, of course, having a wee bit of a spell. Good little halfback. Fastest man. They're all inside the 5 again. No show of making any progress with the way the referee's allowing them inside the 5. Hello, Rick Flavel not giving up on that little kick. Rick's determined to get that little kick. Well, I'll go to he. He's got that. He likes doing that cuddling signal.
He's gone to scrum home.
Good kick for the line. Mason Fisher wasn't expecting that, but got it. Took it nicely. Well, the ball comes out through the Northcote. Well, we've got programs here today. That's more than they had last week on the coast. I do believe that the
8-2 at Auckland to East Mount West.
To East. 8-2, you want to tell Charlie? And we just got the score that Eastern Suburbs are leading by 8 points to 2. That was forward, and Ken Blackler pointed that out to him. He didn't spot it himself. Ken Blackler was given a large signal from across the side there.
Progress report from Auckland, Mandarin East leading Addington 8 points to 2.
Well, Addington doing very well in Carlaw Park. No, yes, in Carlaw Park. Eastern Suburbs 8, Addington 2, and that's a good scoreline. Well, somebody's had a yarn to him. He has got that rule in his book. And it's a penalty from the scrum, and it's a good kick from Mark Rogers. Mark Rogers takes it up pretty strongly. Mark Rogers runs into them there. And look at Hanson. Well inside the 5 metres, and he picks the tackle. First ball taker in the Marist line has taken in a tackle from a man that was supposed to be back 5 metres. Now Rick Flavel takes it off. Peter Goldie out to Chalky. Chris Kennedy. No way through there, Rick McElroy. Oh, he gets up and plays it back. Rick Flavel took a hard knock then. Nobody wants it, they've all had their day. They're a pretty tired looking bunch in the green and gold there right now. Just about the whole team are all walking. They've had a tough game. Bad luck there for Chalky. If he'd had a bit of support there, you don't know what may have come of that. But how it was a handover. And Lee Nelson must have got 10 minutes in the sin bin. For practically nothing. We won't get back onto the paddock. Well, there's the final score. There's the final score, and it is a deserved win.
Put 30 on there if you can.
And, well, Northcote thoroughly deserved winners. A better performance. Certainly a better performance in the second half. Come down here, Jim.
Oh, there you go, mate.
I want to get him down.
Where's
Come down one. Well, the team's coming off the paddock, and on the first off is Mason Fisher. And he comes over to say to Tops Rogers. Paddy to him, Bavavi back on with his strapped up. Nice to see the Northcote. Well done, Northcote. Well deserved. Good victory. No doubt the best team won. Well, Jim Stokes, the game's over. That's our lot for Lion Red Nationals for 1989. What was your thoughts on the game?
Well, I appreciate the boys' efforts today. They did their very, very best, I believe, and we had a few bad things against us, a few good things for us. They did their very best. You can't do any more than that, and showed a lot of bravery. Good luck to Northcote. We hope they go through to the final, because it's always nice to know that we played against it, not beaten the finalists. And all I can say is the team is back up and come back next season as good as ever. And thank you for a good job on the video. Thank you.
Well, there are Jim Stokes. He sponsored the video for our second game in the Lion Red Nationals. That's the furthest Marist Weston have ever gone through in their history. And certainly an improved performance today, Jim, even though we lost. And as you say, good luck to Northcote. And we've got 3 Marist officials in that Northcote side, as you're well aware. Arthur Collins, the manager, of course, is patron of New Zealand Marist, and also, of course, Shane Hanson, the former Auckland Marist player, and of course our own former player, Mason Fisher, in there. So good luck to Northcote for the rest of the Lion Red Nationals.
Thank you.